Hello everyone, welcome back. So we discussed about the difference between arrays and collection and how both can be worked and what is the advantage of array and what is the advantage of collections. So now why we need to go to generics. So there are something missing in arrays and collection which is available in generics, which means the issues has been addressed in generics. So what are that? So the first thing, there is a problem in arrays and collection. All of them has been addressed in generics. So what is that? Array has a size limit. Collection it doesn't. But arrays is much faster because they don't have the typecasting. Because they don't need to. Because there is a tightly coupled one. But when it comes to collection, you need to do typecasting. So that is the reason collection is slower than the array. Okay, so there are two issues, right? So take a look at the third point. No need to typecasting the data in generics. So this has been addressed in the generics because this is not available in the collections, right? And the second point, compile time safety enables us to avoid unwanted or invalid type. But when it is happening, it's happening in the compile time itself. So you don't have to wait until it go to the production or it is go to any environment deployed and then it will throw runtime exception. So we can avoid all of them a lot earlier. And the last one, the one method, the simple one method which will solve multiple problems, or a single method which will accept the different kind of a types. So normally when a method accepts a string as an input, which will always takes a string. But if the same method as a generics, it can accept string, it can accept integer, double, long, or student DTO or employee DTO, whatever it is. So that is the ultimate goal of generics. So now we have a basic idea about generics. Now the next thing we need to talk about, so what are the things available inside a generics? So it is generic class and generic methods. So we're going to talk about how you can create a generic class and how you can use them. So let's jump into an example and we'll see how this looks like. Hello everyone, welcome back. So now we understand what is a generic. Now let's talk about how a generic class looks like. Okay, so it's pretty much like a normal class. You're creating a class called class test and you're writing something in it. And a generic class is pretty much the same thing. All you need to do when you're creating a class name with the diamond operator, you're going to provide some type parameter. So the type parameter is called, or the type parameter makes the class as a generic class. And the parameter can be multiple types as well. It's not like I can only pass only one parameter. You can use the comma and you can use multiple parameters. So that is why they are called as a parameterized classes. Normally class, it doesn't have any parameter. But if a generic class, it will have the parameterized classes. Okay. And now how does it look like? So this is the simple generic class syntax with a single parameter. So its generic class is just a name, and within the diamond operator you have something like t, which is a type parameter. It's not like you can provide only t there. You can provide whatever the data you want or whatever the name you want. You can provide t or you can provide your name as well. Not a problem at all. And the second thing, a simple generic class with multiple parameters t, s. So you can do that. So the class can contain a single parameterized and it can be have multiple parameterized as well. Both of them called as a parameterized class, or you can simply call them as they are generic class. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a normal class and I'm gonna convert the same class into a generic class, and I'll tell you what is the advantages of converting the normal class into a generic class. So let's jump into an example.